Hello and welcome back to another video. My name is Heather and as always I am reading with a vengeance and I hope you are as well. This is going to be the first of a series, I hope, where I will be reviewing single books per video. Books that have had an impact on me. Most likely it's going to be books that I loved. I don't think I'm going to make videos where I trash any books that I didn't like. I'm going to call this series Fiction Depiction, and hopefully I will give you some thoughts in about 5 or 6 minutes. They're going to be really short videos where I just kind of get the down and the dirty. I'm going to tell you what it's about. I'm going to tell you what the themes are. I'm going to give you book comparisons. Maybe if you love this one, then you'll like this other one. And I'm going to share with you how the book made me feel and how I enjoyed the book and what I loved about it. I'm thinking I might also add in my ideas of what actors would play the main characters. We'll see how that goes. I kind of had some thoughts for this particular book I'm going to review today. I wasn't sure if I was going to do just single book review videos because I wasn't sure if I was eloquent enough. Perhaps I'm not. I had so many feelings about this book that I read it after I had started booktubing, and I thought if I were going to do book reviews, this is one that I would do one on. So I decided to give it a go. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's get started. Today I'm going to give you my down and dirty review of the final revival of Opal Nev by Donnie Walton. I decided to read this book because it was one of the books longlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction. I did a video about that. I might try to link that, but it's not like I have 1,000 videos in my backlist, so it's easy to find. What it's about. This book follows Sunny, who is a journalist for a music magazine, think Rolling Stone. She's just been promoted to be, I believe, the editor, and she has been tasked with writing a book-length article following the rock and roll duo of Opal and Nev. Their star was on the rise in the early 70s until a concert went pear-shaped, during which violence broke out that was racially fueled, and in the violence, the band's drummer was beaten to death. Opal, a strong black woman, tends to fade from the public eye after this incident, and Nev, a British white guy, becomes a successful solo artist. The journalist, Sunny, has a personal stake in this article because the drummer, Jimmy, was her father and he was having an affair with Opal at the time. As Sunny interviews everybody that was involved with the duo, their friends, their acquaintances and colleagues in the music industry, and everybody who was involved at the concert, she is slowly piecing together what happened and why it happened. There is a secret that ultimately gets revealed, and the story goes from there. The format of the book, it is told a la Daisy Jones and the Six in the format of interviews, talk show transcripts, letters, I think there's a couple of emails maybe, articles, and editor notes. The main characters telling the story is, of course, Sunny. In the editor notes, you're getting Sunny's point of view. You get interviews. Opal is interviewed, I believe, the most. Nev is interviewed. Their managers and agents, the producers in the production company that they work for. Opal's sister is interviewed. There is I believe, a transcript from either a talk show or an article from Jimmy himself. And you hear from members of the band that was also playing at this fateful concert. Due to the format and the vibrancy of the characters, it is fairly fast-paced. Also, you can tell early on that there is a secret that's going to be revealed towards the end of the book, and that keeps you turning the pages. So it is very well-paced, I thought. The themes of the book. So it is told in the same format as Daisy Jones and the Six. I've heard it be compared to Daisy Jones and the Six, and of course it is also told with the backdrop of the music industry, but that is where the similarities end. There are much heavier, darker themes in this book. There's themes of racism, there's themes of sexism, There's family secrets, there's lies, there's betrayal. So if you're going into this book thinking that you're going to get the same lighthearted feel as Daisy Jones and the Six, you will be surprised. The only thing I would say that I was a little bit disappointed in, this could just be me. When I read Daisy Jones and the Six, and I think with most people who read Daisy Jones and the Six, you got the distinct, you could hear the music that they described, and a lot of people described it as Fleetwood Mac, and especially if you're a fan of Fleetwood Mac, you're like, oh, this is Fleetwood Mac-ish music. I didn't get that feeling. I couldn't quite imagine what the actual music sounded like from this book. However, I don't think that takes away from the book, because I don't think I think that was kind of the goal in Daisy Jones, and that goal was met successfully. I don't think it was a goal here, so I don't think it's a takeaway from the book. I gave this book 5 stars without a doubt. I thought it was beautifully written. I thought the themes that were addressed in this book were beautifully handled. The fact that this is a debut novel by Donnie Walton is astounding. Of course, not to mention that she's longlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction. I'm so glad I read this book, and I would highly recommend it. Other books that I would recommend if you enjoyed this book, obviously Daisy Jones and the Six. I would also recommend Libertie by Kaitlyn Greenidge, How Beautiful We Were by Imbolo Mbue, and Mary Jane by Jessica Anya Blau. Who would I recommend this book to? Anybody who enjoys historical fiction that take place in the 70s, that have a music industry background. The themes that are dealt with in this book. One theme that I forgot to mention are the complexities of white allyship. That is definitely dealt with in this book. Who would I say would be great actors to portray the main characters? For Opal, I would pick Danai Gurira from Walking Dead fame. For Nev, I would pick Daniel Craig. And for Virgil LaFleur, I would pick Ben Whishaw. And that is my short fiction depiction for the final revival of Opal and Nev. I hope you enjoyed it. If you read this book, did you like it as well? What did you think? I would love to hear about your thoughts down below in the comments. If you made it so far in this video, please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.